Hello, it gives me a lot of pleasure to be here in front of you guys, talking to you all. Maybe virtually, but it's still quite thrilling to be on this platform talking about a topic that really interests me, intrigues me, and I'm sure will intrigue you as well while I dive into the details. Right. So let me introduce myself. I'm Indrani. I head business for mCanvas. Uh, and it's been over 6 years that we launched mCanvas as a platform. The We started off with being a brand that does advertising differently, or has a different take on display advertising altogether. And 6 years in the business, we are now going heavy on video. And the videos that I'm talking about are Outstream videos. I know they've made their own rounds of coming and going, the Outstream video ad, but it's sort of upsets me that brands don't take Outstream video ads as seriously as they should, right? Before I get into why brands should take this seriously, let me build some context in terms of why should brands look at Outstream, right? Let me go back to the 90s and show you a video ad that sparked intrigue in all of us, right? Something that we all loved. This particular ad by Mondelez. Take a look at it and let's just feel a little nostalgic and go back in time.
कुछ खास है हम सभी में कुछ बात है हम सभी में बात है खास है कुछ स्वाद है क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में
कैडबरीज डेयरी मिल्क असली स्वाद जिंदगी का.
This ad, as we know, was loved by many. But if a marketer had to launch this today, let's take a look at what it'll look like. The marketer is just going to pull that video asset out, put it on some of the top OTTs in the country right now, and make it work. And that's beautiful, right? That's a great way of transitioning offline to online. That this transition was pretty smooth because the marketer had to just pull out a video asset, put it on a small screen and make it work, and viewers liked it and the brands loved it, and that went fabulously. But let's look at other ways in which this ad was promoted, right? Let's see the next slide, in which we saw this particular ad on newspapers. But it gets me thinking, was this ad on newspapers as impactful as it was on video? I'm not too sure, right? But you know what the good news is? The paper also went digital, right? We all have websites and web pages, apps of the Times of India now. But what bothers me is that why settle for static ads on the website now, wherein you have a chance of playing the same impactful video that you did right here. So going back to the whole story, right? If TV had to go digital, it moved to the small screen. If papers had to go digital, they came into web pages or apps. But the banner, the opportunity of the banner did not rise to videos, whereas the apps that you use or the web pages that you use very well could play the same impactful video. That gets me to what I'm here to talk about, right? Outstream video, videos that are played outside of the video environment, meaning outside the walled gardens of OTTs or other video platforms, because there is so much opportunity that's present outside of OTTs, right? Now let's talk about what are Outstream videos, right? And how are they, and why should brands take them seriously? Number one, they appear natively while you are browsing content. So, number two, they're not forced onto you in terms of viewing. They are watch at will. They're very very voluntary in their approach, right? Then they feature some of the best mobile led call to action tabs because they are on mobile, of course. And what better way to make use of the mobile than to cue the user to take an action. These ads play only when they are in mute mode. Also, what's cool about them is you can run as many languages or as many ads as you like. You don't have to restrict yourself to just one single ad that you maybe play on an OTT. You can play a different ad for a different content piece altogether. And something that brands really love, outstream ads give you incremental reach. For example, if you're reaching out to a certain set of audience on OTTs, negate them and then reach out to a completely fresh set of audiences on mobile web or apps. So that's incremental reach that Outstream gives you. Now, again, something that Outstream Video also offers is targeting the right user. So basically what you're doing is you're taking the video asset out of television and now placing it on OTTs, now taking it out of OTTs and deploying it amongst the best websites and apps across the country, and then targeting it as well, targeting it basis content, targeting it basis keywords, targeting it basis demographics, psychographics, basis the phone that a user is using. So this is just video advertising done outside the walled gardens of OTTs, better targeted, placed on some of the best content publishers and apps in the country, which look like something like this. You get to reach about 250 million users or so with these kind of ads, right? I understand that platforms other than, I mean, more in-stream platforms offer a great reach, but hey, this reach of 250 million is definitely not to be ignored, and being placed on websites like these, right? A Z News or a Condé Nast or a PopXO is also something that brands should look out for. And how about contextually targeting these ads to users when they are reading relevant pieces of content? While I'm at it, for everybody who's curious, I'm going to give you some examples of why and how did Outstream Video ads that we executed for some of our brands drive value for them, right? Let's talk about this particular campaign for OnePlus, right? Now, OnePlus came to us with a very unique problem, right? They have, obviously, we are living amidst a pandemic, right? And nobody there are no events happening, there are no gatherings happening, and in this whole in this whole pandemic, OnePlus launched their Series 9, right? It was a watch and a phone, and usually they hold either physical launches for their phones, or they land up getting users onto this particular, let's say, a YouTube live event and stuff like that. So they had this YouTube live event for their OnePlus phone, and organically they were able to only get about 1 million users to the launch. So here's what they did: they gave us the live footage of the launch, of the 75-minute launch, and we deployed it across our inventories in the country on some of the best websites like a Times of India or a Z News or a Jagran, Bhaskar, or a Condé Nast. We deployed this particular live asset of the OnePlus launch happening across all these websites, and users who would not proactively go and go to YouTube and see the launch could see the launch while they were consuming content. So OnePlus expected about 1 million users to come and see the launch proactively. We, on the other end, gave them 3 million users who were not probably proactively going to go and watch the launch, but they did land up watching some bit of the launch while they were scrolling across their favorite content websites. Let me take you through another case study that we executed for Maza. And this specifically goes out to all the FMCG brands out there, right, who are so OTT heavy. This is for Maza. And Maza was looking at, they had produced various versions of a television commercial in various different languages. So in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, English, Hindi. The brand shared various different video assets with us belonging to various different lingual languages. And what we did is we deployed those videos across various different vernacular websites that we are tied up with. So for example, if it was to be a Malayali creative, it was deployed on something like a Malayalam Manorama and so on and so forth, right? So let's take a video of this particular, let's see a video of this particular ad that we did for Maza. We were able to reach about 9 million users with it. And we were able to drive a VTR of about 40%.
ఈ సంక్రాంతికి సంతోషం పొంగి పొర్లాలి మామిడి రుచి మరియు రసాలూరే అల్ఫోన్సోలతో.
ముగ్గు మొత్తం చెరిపేశారా? అమ్మా, ఆ ముగ్గు మళ్ళీ వేయొచ్చు, కానీ ఇలాంటి మూమెంట్ మళ్ళీ రాదు కదా. అమ్మమ్మ చెప్పింది విన్నారు కదా, పదండి పదండి.
మాజా సంతోషం పొంగి పొర్లాలి.
What you may also notice with this ad is the unique customizable companion banner. So the user really does not have to wait until the end to see what the brand is all about. When the video is playing, the companion banner is right there to give you some context in terms of what can you expect from this video. And if it does not interest you, just move on and keep consuming the content that you are, and it does not bother you at all. So it's watch at will. It's very voluntary in its way. It can be contextually targeted. You could run this across various different lingual and regional and English websites, and drive as much relevance as you can, right? Brands that we work with are looking at platforms that are able to run ads programmatically, and that's what mCanvas offers as well, right? We let you run your ads programmatically. We create the creative for you. We can set up a programmatic guarantee deal or a preferred deal across the platforms that you can see, and you get to control your ads your way and run them programmatically. That being said, we've recently partnered with Moat, and for the video formats that we have, we're seeing a Moat score of about 800 or so, which in itself is a testimony for the kind of viewability, brand recall, brand safety that formats like these offer, right? And where do you see some of these ads? Let's talk about some advertisers and some placement publishers. Let's talk about which brands have adopted Outstream video so far, right? Take a look at some of the best brands in the country, starting from an Abbott, to a Tata Capital, to a Reebok, to a Dell, to a Mankind Pharma. Many brands have started to adapt to this format of video, and this is a great starter point for brands to come and experiment with Outstream video. What we're trying to say is that InStream is great. I mean, some of the best OTTs produce some of the best advertisements, but you cannot ignore the opportunity that lays outside of the walled gardens of OTTs, which lets you not only play video ads, but also make them very, very relevant, very, very engaging, interactive, and so well targeted. That's what I'm gonna leave you guys with. Just a thought starter in terms of what else can you do in 2021 with your brand, with your video assets. So next time you're planning a campaign, do think about how can you do video differently versus how you're going to do video for this particular campaign. Yeah. Thank you.